It is so nice to get out and get some fresh air. I know Patty loves it. She loves to run around, see what I'm doing. And little Rudy, he's hanging out with us too. And it's just a nice day just to get out for like 10 minutes even, just to kind of stretch your legs, get your blood pumping, get some fun creative juices flowing. And it's just nice just to get out and go for a little walk.
Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and welcome. So today I want to incorporate 3 different slow stitch styles that you can put into a fun little stitch project. So I will meet you guys over at the table. So I want to start off showing you guys my cute little slow stitch needle book here. And it's made with the same kind of stitches I'm going to show you guys today. So just like that. Like that. So let me know in the comments below if you guys would like to make a little needle book together. And yeah, we could do that. That'd be fun. Okay, so just comment down below, and if I get enough comments, then we'll make a fun little needle book together. Okay, so let's put that over to the side. So what I have here, this is my example. So they're really fun to put together. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our coffee dyed, tea dyed fabrics, whatever fabric you want to use, but that's what I'm going to use today, is just some coffee dyed or tea dyed fabrics. So I think these will be fun to play with. Okay, and I have just my threads ready to go, and I got black threads so you guys can see. I figured it'd show up better for you. So I just got them in my chenille needles. Those are the ones I like to use. So I got 4 of them threaded here, ready to go. Got my scissors and extra things in case I need it. Okay. Oh, and I'm using just the black DMC, two strands each. And it's just the black DMC. Okay? So we're going to start off with a whip stitch here. And I'll show you. So you just take one. So this is number 1 here. And frayed edges are welcome. Always. I love frayed edges. And then if you take any of the strings or anything like that, just make sure to put them in your cute little string and little fabric piece container, because these are fun to use in projects for sure. Okay. So what I'm going to do is put these together. And I got the just good to good facing out. So good sides facing out, which it doesn't matter. I mean, you could do them either way because I'll show you here in a minute. Okay, and then hide our little knot. So I'm just going right here. Put the knot there. And I'm just going to do a little whip stitch around, which is just, you're going just around just the top of it here. And what I love about slow stitching is it just is so meditative and just relaxing, and it just gets your heart rate down, and just the process of it. I mean, really, of just, you know, threading the needle and putting it through the fabric. Like, you can just feel the needle going through the fabric and you can hear it. It's just so calming. I mean, it really is. So I'm just taking it and popping through. Just both of them like that. I just love sitting in my little comfy spot and just seeing what I can make, you know. It's all just about the process of it all and the journey of what you get at the end here. Okay, so there's that, and go ahead and just pop a knot in it. So here's one. You can open it like that and have this be the front, which I think looks great like that. Or, you know, you could have had the fabrics go the other way and you can have it go this way, where you just see the threads like that. So depending on however way you want them to show is which way you want to do your fabric. Like, you can see this one here is the whip stitch on the top, and then this is the whip stitch you can use for the other side because you can see it coming through like that. So it's kind of cool. Okay, so that's all the same kind of stitch, but it depends on which way you want it to display, you know, when you're using it. Okay, so that's number 1. Now, number 2 is going to be, so we got the good sides up, but this is the same thing. It could be either or. So you got your good sides up here. And you're going to just hide your needle. I'm going to go about 1/4 of an inch seam allowance is what I'm giving myself. Okay. And we're just going to do a running stitch. Just in and out, in and out. And then pull it. So just a running stitch all the way along. Keep about 1/4 inch seam allowance depending on how much fabric you want at the top here, and I'll show you. And then just, if it tightens like this, then just kind of, you know, pull on it there. Just give it a little tug. Okay. We can pop our little knot here. Whoop. Like that. Okay. So you have it like that, and then you open it up. Now you can either have it just lay it to the side like this, lay it to the side like that, and do a finger press with it, okay? Or you can open it up like this. So that's what I was saying, it depends on how much fabric you want at the top here, because I mean you can do it 1/2 inch if you want to. So I'm just doing a little finger press. Like that. Okay. And then the fun part is, well, this is all fun, but you can flip it this way, and then you got your stitches like that. Okay. So if you're going to keep it like this, what you can do is you can add some decorative stitches. So I went ahead and just did some X's going all the way down. Excuse me. And then it shows up on the other side too, so it depends if you want it to be this side or this side. So you can do some decorative stitches. I mean, you could do like French knots going down on each side. You can do, you know, even a whip stitch on one side and on the other, or you could do running stitches going up each one. Just however you want to do it. This is just another one I did, another example. So you can either just leave it like that with your running stitch showing on one side. You can do a decorative stitch and have the flaps open. You can leave it just like this, which I think is great. Yeah, so that's number 2 right there. So that's another way to do it. Okay. Now, number 3 is we're gonna layer over the top here, and I'll show you. Okay, let's see what we got here. Let's do this size. We got this one. This one is a little wrinkly. A little bit wrinkly. Maybe we'll tear this one to size. Or we can go like that. There we go. That'll work. Okay. So So what you can do is just overlap them like this. But you could go like this and get your threads going, make it all frayed, and then let's pop it. Let's pop this one on top. Let's say, what am I doing? 1/2 inch? Let's say about 1/2 inch to 1 inch, just depending on what you want. Okay. And let's see. What did I do over here? So I went ahead. You could pin it if you want to, so it doesn't wiggle on you. Do some pinning. And I'm just going to do running stitch. So you can see I went about 1/2 inch over this way on that side and 1/2 inch on this side. So I'm just going to take it and go to the edge about 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch. And oh, let's hide our knot. Hide our knot behind it. And you could do a little back stitch. Okay, let's get into it here. So just go pop up and down. Get it through. You can do bigger running stitches, smaller, just whatever. I like the fact that it's just the journey of it and not the perfection of it. I don't sit there and try to line them all up perfectly at all. I mean, I'm all about the journey for sure. And if you guys have seen my channel, you'll know that. It really is just about the art of stitching, you know, and, you know, doing journals or making things or painting or just anything that we do. It definitely is the art of just the process. So there's one side. And then you can see you got like a little flap here. Okay. So what I like to do is just go ahead and get that flap and, you know, whatever. You could do another running stitch down. You could do French knots. You could do fancy stitching, however you want to do it. But let's go ahead and we just make sure we're grabbing it here. So you could just do diagonal lines all the way down. I don't know if my thread's going to make it that far, but I think it might. So I'm just kind of going diagonal with my lines here. Ish. Just take it all the way down. So we've had rain here just all week. I mean, a lot in Oregon here. And the sun popped out today. I mean, it did. It got really cold last night, though. We got down to like 28, I think, last night. That's pretty cold for us here. It's like, wow. But having the sun come out today is kind of makes you have spring fever. Like, ooh, get a little taste of spring around the corner. Okay, let's see. So I'm going down, doing that. Now my best bet would be, because I don't have that much thread left, is to just pop up right here and tie a knot. So I'm just going around that and tying a knot. Okay, and then just let's start another line here. Let's see, I wonder if that one will make it. Let's make it happen. Maybe. So I'm just going to hide my knot, go to the bottom of my X right there, and then I'm just going to do diagonal all the way up the other way. So just like that. So So that's one way you can do X's. And it's a great meditative, just sit there and not really think much and clear your mind and not think about your stresses of the day or, dishes you have to do or dinner or going to work or, all that fun stuff. Just sit and stitch. So, I love sitting, at night. I know when I'm all done with everything and just relaxing and just getting out my stuff I have, my little stitch projects, and just do some hand stitching. But this little, these 3 ways to do the stitch patches and all that stuff, it's so versatile. You could do a journal cover with it, you could do a little bag with it, you could do a little pouch, you can do little wall hangings. You can make all kinds of stuff. Just the imagination is up to you for sure. Ooh, am I gonna make it? Let's see. So you can see that's one way to do some X's, and it closes off this little flap and gives it some decorative stitches. So you can see I'm just hiding my knot. Just going back behind it. Okay. So there we go. So you get that side, or you got that side. So depending on which way you flipped your fabric, or how you want it, you can have it either way, which this one I think is front of that one, and that's the front of that one, so it doesn't really matter however you want to do it. And there's that one too, like that. Okay, so there we go. So that's number 3. And the cool thing is now that you have all your little patches, we already got some patches here. And they're pretty quick. You just sit there and just whip them out pretty fast. You can go ahead and just start piecing them all together. Just see which way you want to do things. Move all these out of the way. Let's say I want to go like this. And even if it has some sticking over and it's a little tall, it really doesn't even matter. So you can go and do the same concept where we overlapped. You could do the whip stitch like this, and you could do the one where it it folds over like that, where you do the little flap. So you could just take it and just sew right along, and then do a little flap. Let's do that real quick. So I'm doing about a 1/4 inch down. But like I said, you could do any size that you want. Width, So I'm just doing a running stitch all the way along. And you might want to consider your fabrics. You don't want them to go too thick because then you get harder getting your needle through and stuff. But when you get to the right here, your little seam, you just want to make sure you can even like pop behind it and go right over the top of it. So you got to consider that with the thickness and stuff. You got your seams, and you don't want to really line up your seams because then it'll be really thick. So you want to kind of just have them so they're one, like say if you have a seam here, you want to have your other seam here, or you don't want to line them right up because you're going to have to overlap them, and then that's just the double thickness of it all to get your needle through. So that's something to consider for sure. Just a little thought there. And then we can just go through. And do a little knot. Okay. Now, this is when you start looking at it and go, okay, well, I can leave it like that if I want to. You can fold it over and go like this with it if you want to, and just finger press it. Or you could press with your iron, of course. Finger press it, or press with the iron and fold it like that, or fold it like that, and then you have your running stitches. Or you can open this one up, you know, just do a little finger press. Like that. Okay. And, you know, you can do just some other decorative stitches going all the way down it. Do some X's, you know, do some running stitches. You can even, you know, do some whip stitches going across. So that it is up to you. It is endless, and you could keep just adding these on. See what I was saying? Like, I don't know if you want to add to the, like this is a seam, but this seam's kind of flat, like that. It's not like thicker like this one. So I mean, it just depends on how you want to add them all together and sew them, and just keep piecing them. So that would be a little thicker, you know, if you go like that. So things like that, just keep that in mind. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You can see how they can all be pieced and make like something fun here. You just keep adding to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informational. And if you could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's grow together. And keep on crafting.